welcome to another video. Today I will be doing a 2021 plan with me, and I'm really excited for this video because it's my first ever plan with me. And I have two different journals that I will be using for this year. I have a bullet journal, which I plan to use at a monthly and quarterly view, and then I have the Panda Planner, which I plan to use at a weekly and daily view. Why do I have two? Because it fits my life and it fits my needs and what I like, and I think planners are really awesome in that way, is that it's contextual. It depends on what works for your life. And so with my Panda Planner, I plan to use it at a daily and weekly level, and I have used Panda Planner in the past, and it was A5 size, and for that one it was a daily view versus this one is more of a weekly and monthly view, and I like that it's a little bit more high level and not as granular as the old Panda Planner that I was using. So I'm really excited to use that. Another great thing about Panda Planner is it has prompts and guides for you, so all you need to do is plug in your information and kind of go about your day. And I like that it's systematic, because for me that's more time advantage to be able to have something at that daily level versus having to create new spreads every single week. So that kind of what works for me. And then for my bullet journal, I am fairly new to bullet journaling, and so what I understand is that it's like a method or system that was created by a designer, which makes sense because a lot of the layouts that I found were super aesthetic and really cool, and for me I needed something that was like creative at a high level. That kind of what made sense for me. And so I did something unique. I built my own. I went with the tool journal that is disc bound. This one's a full size, and it didn't come with dotted paper. It actually came with lined paper, and so I had to buy a refillable page to add into this one, and that was dotted. The reason why I went with the disc bound is because I didn't like the permanence of the bound books that I found amongst some other people. If that works for you, that's great, but for me it just felt too permanent, and I like to be able to add and remove pages or realign them, so I really like that aspect of this one. So if you haven't already started planning, go ahead and grab your pen, pencil, planner, and then we'll go ahead and get started planning. If you have, go ahead and just enjoy this video and kick back. I will go through some layouts and just kind of talk through some of the things that I have planned for this year. Enjoy! Here is my bullet journal cover page for 2021, and I decided to go with some floral theme because I love floral, but also I just like how calming it is. For the tagline below, I kind of always like to have a mantra for every year, so for this year it's go and grow. I know it's kind of cheesy, but I believe it's a year of exponential growth this year, and so I'm gonna claim it, and that's going to be my mantra for this year. And here is my test page for pens and markers, just to see how each of them do against the weight of the paper. I like these ones because they don't bleed, and they're also really fun colors. Here is my year at a glance calendar. I have all my months listed out in this view, and then my week is from Sunday through Saturday, and I like for the size notebook that I'm able to list all my months on one page. On the right hand side, I'll also create a legend, and this will help me kind of highlight the dates. Yellow is for birthday, blue is for holidays, and then pink is for special events. Here is my quotes and affirmations page. I'll add in some positive and inspirational quotes that I'll need to look back on throughout the year if I find that I'm struggling and need a little oomph of motivation. Below, I have my affirmations. I found these really cute kind of mirror doodles inspired from Pinterest, and I thought it'd be a really cool idea to put in my affirmations, kind of like a a metaphor to reflect back on me. And so on the left-hand side, I have I am worthy of success. And that's something I kind of want to continue to speak out and remind myself of. I'm a big believer in the law of attraction, so I want to continue to put that out into the universe. On the right-hand side, I have I am loved and have an amazing support circle. And that's just to remind me, no matter the naysayers or doubters in my life, I have an amazing network behind me. Here are my goals for this year. I decided to categorize them into 5 pillars, and the reason for this is because I like having well-rounded goals. I used to be the type of person who would be an achiever and very tunnel vision focused, and so this is just a reminder to myself to enjoy myself as I'm on a journey to achieving greatness. So here is my focus on adventure, wellness, learning, finance, and passion projects. I really want to get outside more next year, so I really hope to hike a new trail, as well as complete another half marathon, as my 2 were canceled last year. For learning, I want to be able to read 1 book a month and be consistent with that. I would love to do book chats on this channel in the future. For finance, I'm hoping to buy a house as well as creating an additional income stream. And that leads into my passion project, which is starting a blog and a YouTube channel, which I've already done. So I'm off to a great start there. I love to read, and I have a book stack that's sitting in my room that I'm really excited to tackle this year. So I thought it'd be a great idea to put together a book list so I can track what I read and also remember if I like it or not. So this is a very simple layout. It has date, title, and author, and a rating bar that has 5 bars. I figured by the end of the year, if people are looking for recommendations, this would be a great list to kind of go back to. The book categories that I have kind of a hyper focus on this year are personal growth and personal finance. Some of the books that I'm really excited to read are You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero and Grow Your Money by Bola Sukunbi. If you're looking for a woman of color in personal finance, highly recommend checking her out. Her handle is @CleverGirlFinance. I was inspired by Pinterest to do a movies and show list because in quarantine I watch so many shows. So if you have any recommendations for this year, drop them in the comments below. Here is my finance tracker, and this is at a very high level to be able to visualize my different saving goals. I do budget on a paycheck basis, but that is in a separate binder. So for here, I just like to have visuals for different savings goals. So for this one, it's rebuilding my emergency fund, my car fund, and saving for next holiday. On the right-hand side, I have retirement and investments, and it's just nice to be able to track and kind of see your net worth grow over time. It took a really long time to be able to get to this point, and I'm really glad that I put a focus on personal finance. So for here, this is kind of what the chart looks like, and I will fill in with color as I kind of hit these different goals. And keep in mind that this is like after I'm debt free, and so these are very unique goals to me. And the next one that I have is to be able to buy a house. So I have this little cute house tracker to be able to save for a down payment so that I have that ready when I look for houses. Launching this personal brand and passion project has honestly been 5 years in the making. I've started and stopped so many times. There was a lot of doubt and fear, but truly I was inspired by all the people who were bored in 2020 and just starting blogs and YouTube channels. I love how people were imperfect and just fearless, so that really gave me the boost to be able to do this now. This is my social growth tracker, and I will be reviewing every platform on a quarterly basis, as this isn't just a hobby for me. This is something that I want to invest my time in, and so I want to see that growth. So I will be tracking followers and subscribers and seeing that percentage growth month over month. And then here I will be reviewing content posted by quarter. I want to be able to see what I'm putting out and what most of and what's being receptive. And I think to be able to know what you're doing, you gotta have data behind it. So as you saw with the bullet journal, it is tracking things at a very high level. So now we'll go into more granular view, looking at the Panda Planner. Every Panda Planner does come blank, so you can start whenever. For this monthly view, I like that it's already structured. It does have a habit and focus tracker, which is nice, a note section, and then below are areas for reflection. So these are prompts that ask you, are you on track for your goal? Are there areas that you can improve? And I just like that ongoing continuous reflection. Next is the weekly section where you will be planning out your weeks. I like that it has a dotted section on the left-hand side for creativity and notes. And on the right-hand side is where you do your planning. Up top is a reflection of the previous week. What were your wins and how can you improve? And then planning and connection. How can you work on your relationships with work, with family, with friends? And what are things that you want to learn this week? And what are your priorities? And next you have your projects that you're working on. You can put down notes and then your top goals. And I just like that everything here is like very structured and intentional. So now let's take a look at the weekly overview that is broken down by day. Up top are blank day of the weeks that you can fill in. And then on the left-hand side, you kind of have your habit focus, your to-do list, and a blank section for notes. And then at the very top, you have kind of your priorities and focus for the day. So I like that it's intentional again. Here I have kind of a legend, and these are different tasks that I have time blocked that is color coded. Each day has kind of like a timeline, and so from I believe 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. And so just by blocking the following week has been helped to set boundaries and also protect my time. And this is a practice that I've been developing for the last few years, and I will continue to use it in 2021. It's been super helpful. And then as you can see, the pages for the rest of the weeks are kind of the same. Like I said before, I like that they're kind of already structured and systematic so that every single week I'm not creating a new spread. It's honestly just plug in your information and go. And I really like the simplicity of it. In the back, you have your notes, and here a little pouch that you can keep loose leaves in. And that's pretty much my Panda Planner. Thank you for watching. Hit the like button to support, and don't forget to subscribe.